Imagine a world where everyone is healthy. Bioresonance will heal everyone, all of us. Our body is a symphony of sounds or vibrations. This is the foundation of bioresonance. We influence infections or ailments by applying an opposite waveform of the same frequency. Hello. In this podcast, I would like to talk with you about the medicine of the third millennium and how bioresonance is connected to mandalas. Is there a connection or interaction between them? So, what exactly is medicine of the third millennium? In modern society, we all rely on various pills or surgical operations when something serious happens. Let's call this chemistry, right? This is our modern European world. Now, take the Asian world, for example, China. Their approach is a bit different. They have alternative medicine practices like Tai Chi, Qigong, and energy work. You could even call it quantum physics. Our European world is based on classical physics. Cutting something out, that's the corpuscular theory, the world of solid particles. The Asian world, on the other hand, is the world of energy. Returning to the question, what is bioresonance and how does it help us in life? Bioresonance was discovered or invented as far back as the 18th century. It has roots in homeopathy. Hahnemann began dividing plants into many parts. He would give a person a tiny piece of the plant and by doing so heal them. But how? Not by giving a large amount, like a whole pot of decoction or tea. No, just a minuscule fragment. And this affected the person, and it was proven. This eventually grew into homeopathy. Homeopathy is a whole science, a whole sphere of our lives. It is linked to bioresonance. Later, Morel demonstrated that every cell in our body, and there are billions, vibrates. This is proven. It's classical science. Moreover, cells vibrate differently depending on their type. For example, liver cells, lung cells, or brain cells vibrate at different frequencies. So, our body is a symphony of sounds or vibrations. If some kind of bug sneaks into this symphony, like an infection or an inflammatory process caused by bacteria, or a cut that becomes infected, then a cacophony arises, an unhealthy vibration. What do we do with mandalas? How can we influence this? We create mandalas tuned to frequencies already established by Morel and other scientists working in bioresonance. For instance, the flu virus has its own frequency. Let's say it's 123.44. A digital code, the virus's frequency. If we apply this frequency to our body, well, the frequency is applied in antiphase, as I mentioned earlier. This means the flu virus cannot develop. In other words, we affect it with a frequency of opposite charge. If the flu virus has a charge of plus 123, we apply minus 123, plus 123 and minus 123 equals 0. This is the essence of bioresonance. We influence infections or ailments by applying an opposite waveform of the same frequency, and the person heals themselves. The virus stops developing, it's suppressed, so to speak. Our immune system then, empowered by this, generates antibodies that kill the virus and fully heal the body. That's the core of bioresonance. We don't cut anything out of the body, nor do we inject chemotherapy inside. We simply slightly dampen the progression of bacterial or viral forms. The immune system, riding the wave of its own strength, heals the body. How are mandalas applied here? Very simply, you probably know about bioresonance devices. They require a battery and generate purity, but mandalas don't need batteries. We embed this purity into the mandala in advance, and it generates a field which I have explained in detail before that influences the disharmonious area, the unhealthy atmosphere or bacteria inside the body. This way you can become healthier. If someone falls ill, they create a mandala against the flu, against a cold, against arthrosis or other diseases. Again, modern medical science does not recognize bioresonance, just like homeopathy. But I believe, and this is why it's called medicine of the third millennium, that in the future it will be studied seriously and is already being explored. It's just that on the surface, on YouTube, there's little information about it. Eventually, it will be integrated and recognized by science. Please tell me, are there any studies that could prove that bioresonance therapy actually affects human health? Yes, certainly. In the last century, Raymond Rife invented a very powerful microscope that could see all these bacteria. He also invented a second device that generated resonator-type waves to kill them. You can look up these materials on Google or Wikipedia. He was a real person, and there were several serious scientists like him who cured cancer, yes. Cancer comes up again, even in its latest stages. You can find these materials in archives or online. But what happened? This was the last century, the beginning of it. Pharmaceutical companies realized where this was heading. Imagine everyone would be healthy. Bioresonance would heal everyone. No need for pharmaceuticals. You just sit there, listening to music or certain sounds, and that's it. They completely destroyed his equipment. They first tried to buy it, but he refused to sell. Then they simply burned all his equipment. He died, I think, in the 1970s, in 1971. But his research was not lost. It still exists. It's heavily suppressed by pharmaceutical companies. But smart people involved in homeopathy use this research. Many people, not a majority, but many use the developments of Rife, Morel, Steiner and Paul Schmidt. Paul Schmidt is the foundation of bioresonance. Check out his book, it's in German, though not English. But these are works of real scientists and scientific institutes on bioresonance. It's all open. I invite you to join a marathon. We will draw interesting mandalas together. And not just draw, but work through various harmonic structures on the emotional level, the mental level, and the physical level. Register via the link. I will give you a transformational mandala, a point-based template that you will complete. You will release various blocks from within yourself and perhaps achieve a more harmonious state. During the marathon, we will work together. I will provide materials, videos, audio and texts to help you dive deeper into the methodology and understand the world of network structures, the world of light mandalas. We will also have a masterclass and a training session very soon. Register now. See you live. I'll be very glad to have you.